Have you ever felt like you're trying to chase a kangaroo in the heart of the Australian outback? The more eagerly you rush toward it, the further it hops away into the void. We often spend our entire youth chasing the recognition of others, only to realize that the only thing we are holding is a scorching handful of sand of loneliness. Today, I will take you to a remote farm under the shade of an old eucalyptus tree. There, a little girl and a shy goat will reveal to you the greatest secret to achieving happiness without ever having to beg anyone. But before revealing this secret weapon, please help me by gently clicking the subscribe button. This helps me believe that I'm not just talking to myself and the kookaburra birds out there. Sending 1,000 heartfelt thanks to the honored guests who have hit the bell. You are the cool water that keeps me from getting sunburnt on this creative journey. Now, buckle up, let's find the answer together. Why is stopping the chase the fastest way to have it all? In a remote corner of Queensland, where the red earth meets the endless blue sky and ancient eucalyptus trees cast long, weary shadows, lived a little girl named Matilda. Everyone called her Tilly. Tilly was 8 years old, with sun-kissed hair tied in 2 neat braids with blue ribbons. She was a child full of laughter, but she carried a heavy habit in her small heart. She was always chasing people. Every single day, Tilly would run after someone. She chased her friends to play cricket. She followed her cousins to hear their stories. She begged the older kids to let her join their games. She hoped that if she followed them long enough, they would stay. But instead, people often walked away, leaving little Tilly to return home with tears on her cheeks and a hollow ache in her chest. One sweltering afternoon, Tilly came home sobbing. Her best friend, Sarah, had finally snapped, "Tilly, leave me alone. You're always following me like a shadow. It's too much." Those words cut deeper than a jagged stone. Tilly sat on the wooden porch of their farmhouse and wept. Her grandfather, whom she called Gramps, was sitting in his rhythmic rocking chair, slowly sipping a tin of billy tea. He had a snow-white beard and eyes crinkled with the wisdom of many years spent under the Australian sun. He listened to Tilly cry, letting her feel the weight of her emotions. When her sobs finally softened into quiet hiccups, he put down his tea and said, "Tilly, love, come with me. I want to show you something." He led her to the backyard where their little white goat, Bully, was tied to a post. Bully was a sweet animal, but incredibly nervous. "Watch," Gramps whispered. He picked up a handful of fresh green grass and rushed toward Bully, his hands stretched out eagerly. Immediately, the goat panicked. She shook her head, pulled at her rope, and backed away as far as she could. "Did you see that?" Gramps asked. "Even with the best grass in my hand, because I came too fast and too eager, Bully felt the pressure and ran." Then, Gramps did something different. He placed the grass on a flat stone near the post and stepped back. He turned away slightly, becoming as still and quiet as an old gum tree. For a long moment, nothing happened. Then, slowly, Bully stretched her neck. She sniffed the air. She took one cautious step, then another. Soon, she was at the stone, eating the grass and gently nuzzling Gramps' hand. Tilly's eyes went wide. "I didn't chase her, did I?" Gramps asked softly. "No," Tilly whispered. "And yet, she came to me," he replied. Gramps knelt down so his eyes were level with Tilly's. He took her small hands in his rough ones and said, "Tilly, my love, people are just like Bully. The more you chase them, the more they run. It's not because you aren't enough, it's simply the nature of things. Nobody wants to be where they feel they have no choice." "Then what do I do, Gramps?" she asked. "You become the grass on the stone," he answered, pointing to the golden field. "You build yourself. You grow yourself. You fill your life with your own interests, your drawings, your stories, your garden. Become so rooted in your own joy that people feel your warmth from far away. They will come not because you begged, but because they want to be near your light." The next day, Tilly didn't go looking for Sarah. Instead, she sat in her yard and began drawing pictures in the red dirt with a stick, a kookaburra, a river, a bird with wide wings. She became so lost in her own world that she didn't notice time passing. An hour later, she heard a voice. It was Sarah. "What are you drawing?" she asked, curious. Tilly remembered Gramps and the goat. She didn't jump up or grab Sarah's arm. She simply smiled and said, "A bird that can fly to the end of the world. Come see if you like." Sarah sat down, and the two spent the whole afternoon laughing and drawing together. No one was chased, no one ran away. Years passed, and Tilly carried that fire inside her. People still left her life sometimes, and it still hurt, but she never ran after them again. Instead, she tended to herself like a garden. She learned the old folk songs, she studied the stars, and she grew into a woman who was warm and full and beautiful. Good people, real people, found their way to her because they wanted to be near that warmth. When Gramps passed away, Tilly was 20. On the final evening of her grief, she walked to the backyard where old Bully still stood. She placed some green leaves on the stone and stepped back. As the goat came to her, Tilly smiled through her tears. She finally understood, the most powerful thing you can do is stop chasing and start becoming. Trust that what is truly yours will always find its way home. My friends, Tilly's story is a manifesto for self-worth. In a world that demands we hunt for attention, the greatest wisdom is to stop the hunt and start the harvest. As the lesson goes, your value doesn't go up when you chase someone, it goes down. But when you stand still and build something real inside yourself, the right people will find you. The lesson: attraction comes from abundance, not scarcity. Don't spend your time chasing butterflies. Mend your garden, and the butterflies will come. And if they don't, you still have a beautiful garden. If this story touched your heart, please leave a seed emoji herb in the comments to show you're ready to start becoming. Like, share, and subscribe to join our community of mindful souls. Your support is the Billy Tea that keeps my spirit warm. Thank you for being part of this journey. Stay bright, stay rooted, and I'll see you in the next story.